Hi guys, I don't know if you feel the same thing, but it's been days I've been having this burden, and it's really disturbed me when I think about Black Lives Matter. It's just not about the Black lives that matters. Every life matters. Every human being on the face of the earth matters. Every life is important. We cannot hide our eyes to the issues that happens in our own homes. What about families dividing over properties and being killed? What about children being molested by older men and raped and murdered? What about the women who are being raped every 20 minutes and then murdered? And then there's a new trend where they have been where their bodies are being burnt. What about their lives? What about the poor people's lives? They're differentiated every time on a daily basis, and they're picked on in the society. Where is the voice that needs to be raised for these people? What about the fights that happen between men and women and eventually kill each other in marriages? What about their lives? Every life matters. It's just not about the Black lives. Instead of worrying about what's happening thousands and thousands of miles away, let's just think about what is happening in our own home. We cannot be blindfolded to the real issues that happens on a daily basis in our own homes. What about the 32-year-old who was being beaten to death for violating the coronavirus lockdown? What about a 22-year-old who was being trashed for stepping out for biscuits by the police and put to death? What about their lives? What about the thousands of migrant workers who were left stranded with no food, no water, no money? Many of them were killed in accidents. Many of them died of hunger. What about the kids who were trying to be breastfed on dead mothers? What about their lives? Recently, I was watching another video where a news video where a 6-year-old child was being raped by a 24-year-old. And then she was buried alive. What about their lives? What about all these lives? Is it only about the Black lives that matters? Come on, let's not forget about what's happening around us every day. We see a lot of differentiation between the poor from the rich, between people who look good and people who don't look good. We see these happening on a daily basis. What about justice for these things? What about division because of religion? What about when thousands are killed because of what they believe? Where is the support that they need? We cannot go blinded with what's happening around us. We need to pay attention to these things first. Nobody came out with tags, but we humans have tagged each other on the basis of their color, on their beliefs, on their financial status. We have destroyed the planet that God intended to be the best planet for us to live in. We've got to call for a real change, a change in our attitudes, a change in what is acceptable and what is not, a change in our education where each one is taught to respect one another and to value each other's cultures. We only live once. And we die once. I'm just going to end by saying right is right, even if you're the only one doing it. But wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Thank you.